Olisa, good evening. July, good evening. Good evening. Emmanuel from Akwa Ibom, you're welcome. Good evening.
Just
Okay, we have July from Dubai, you're welcome. Just quickly your name and where you're joining us from. Good evening, everyone. Olisa from UK, you're welcome. Peace from Akure. Oh, Peace, you're welcome. I was at Akure last month. Bolatiti, Rofian from Ibadan, you're welcome. So I'll quickly love to share my screen and give you a brief introduction of who we are, what Data Analytics Elite is all about. So as I said before, my name is Francisca. Can you see my screen, please? Hello?
Yes, you can, please.
Yes, we
Okay.
can see your screen.
Thank you very much. So as I said before, my name is Francisca, okay? And I'll be your host for today's event. So welcome to Data Analytics Elite Global Community. We're very happy to have you here in our midst. And we pray that you'll be a part of our community after today's event, okay? So you're very welcome. And who are we? So Data Analytics Elite, we're a community of highly skilled data analysts who have gained expertise and mastery in the technical and leadership skill needed for you to strive in the data analytics ecosystem. So that is who we are, and our aim and vision, that is for the academy. Okay, so we have different aspects that we run. We have SME, we have for the academy, we have for small business, large business skill, we have for social media platform. So just for the academy, who are we? And our aim is that we are focused on mentoring aspiring data professionals who want to gain mastery in data analytics too and technologies, okay? So our training program, this is very important. I really love you to pay attention to this program. So just so that we have 5 training modules, which stand for a year, and that is Excel Academy for beginners in data analytics. Sometimes we see some beginners running to do SQL or Tableau. No, it's good for a beginner to start with Excel first before you move to Power BI, then Tableau, then SQL, then Python. So this is one of the things you gain when you join our community. So for Excel Academy is for beginners. Our Power BI Academy is for intermediate data analysts. Our Tableau Academy is for intermediate data analysts. Our SQL Academy is for intermediate data analysts, and our Python Academy is for advanced data analysts. So when you skip from Excel as a beginner and you jump to Python, your data analytics journey would really be very, very hard. But when you join our community and we help you or we guide you, and then you follow the span from Excel to Power BI to Tableau, SQL, and Python, you're totally going to be fine. So do you know that data analysis is for all discipline? So that is one of the things you will learn today, that data analytics is for all discipline. If you like, even if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're an engineer, anything, and even if you're a teacher, yes, even a teacher, data analysis is for you. So data literacy is a fundamental skill set that empowers individuals across all disciplines. So no matter what you are, even a pilot, data analysis is for you. So I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I'm not a data analyst, I am a teacher, or oh, I am a doctor. Can I still be a data analyst? Yes, it is also for you. And that is one of the things you will learn with us today. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, your hand is raised. I don't know if you have a question. If you have a question for me. Your hand is raised. You have a question. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So Emmanuel said he's joining us from Kogi State. You're very welcome, and we're very happy to have you here as a member of our community, okay? So it will interest you to know that we have trained students from all around the world. Currently, our Power BI Academy is ongoing. Our students are really enjoying it. I'd have loved to read a lot of review from some of our students out for you. But don't worry, we're going to do that on our next event, okay? So Power BI Academy is ongoing, and these people are people with zero knowledge on Power BI. Yeah, zero knowledge on Power BI, and we are in our week 3 right now, and they are doing amazingly well. Okay, so if you have learned Excel, it is fine. You can still join Power BI. If you have learned Power BI and your SQL is rusty, you can still join and learn SQL. But for a beginner, I would really love you learn Excel. Now, one thing with Excel is that Excel is an easy tool that a lot of company make use of. So there's no how you say, oh, I don't need Excel. Even if you don't want to be a data analyst, you need to learn Excel. Even if you don't want to be a data analyst, I say again, even if you don't want to be a data analyst, you need to learn Excel because you need that for work and you need that for your daily activities. Excel is something that will make your life very easy. It will make your workflow very easy. So you need Excel. We all need Excel in our daily learning, in our daily life, in everything we do. So quickly, I would love to call on Iremide, our host for our facilitator for today. I'll quickly call on her to give us just an icebreaker on what Excel is all about and why you need Excel, okay? So Iremide, I don't know if you are ready. If you're ready, just tell me yes, and then you can have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much, Francisca. It's nice having you. So Francisca is the project coordinator for training, and she has been phenomenal since I knew her last year. So nice working with you, Francisca, on the amazing project that we are doing at DAE Elite. All right, so I'll share my screen and I'll walk us through what we have today. So today is a data analytics masterclass, right? So beyond we talking about Excel, Excel is just one of the tools you need to know as a data analyst, right? It is not like the main thing. There are other things that comes together to make data analytics. And I feel that we need to start from what exactly is this data analytics, right? Let's go back to the basics, to the beginning. And I really hope that a lot of people that are from Build Data Project, that join Build Data Project and they say they are in stage 1 and stage 2 are actually on this call, because this call is actually very important for them. Please give me a minute. I just want to check in on something very briefly. Sorry. All right. So I just hope that people from Build Data Project are actually on this call and they are listening to all that we are saying today, because for those in stage 1 and stage 2, meaning that you still need more explanation on what data analytics is all about, what this whole career thing really is, right? You need us to break it down, and that is why we are having this session here. So I'll move next to my next slide. That's the areas we'll be covering. Today we'll talk about what data analytics is, how data analytics is different from data science, how to get started in the data analytics journey, how do I apply data analytics in real life scenario. We'll talk about career paths in data analytics and what are the best way to collaborate with others in data analytics. So these are the things that we'll be covering today. So a brief one. Who am I? Who is Iremide Olatunji? This girl that is just on the call, having a conversation with you. I want you all to know me, get to know me. So my name is Iremide, and I'm a skilled data analytics analyst with 6 years of industry experience in automating, restructuring reports and dashboard. using analytical tools such as SQL, Power BI, Excel, Google Sheets. I've bagged a lot of global certification as a data analyst, which are the Microsoft Certified Data Analyst Associate. I have 2 Akarank SQL certifications. I have 1 Apache Airflow fundamental certification. I am passionate about helping people gain mastery in data analytics. I believe experience plus tech skill will give you more relevance wherever you find yourself. And I'm currently prioritizing the need to upskill from data analytics to software engineering. I am actually a graduate of Alt Schools software engineering back end. I'm intentional about working on projects that requires the need to build applications using JavaScript, Node.js, and NoSQL database. I am excited to learn and collaborate with everyone who is interested in executing data projects and web applications. So I'm more of a data analyst. I've been doing data analysis now for 6 years of my life. And now I am a year 6 months into software engineering. So a blend of the two. So I'm a data analytics engineer. If there is anyone like that, right? So let's get into the business for today. What is data analytics? I know we all hear this buzzword everywhere. Data analysis, data analytics, machine learning, data science. What is data analytics? Data analytics is a process of analyzing raw data to draw out meaningful, actionable insights, which are then used to inform and drive smart business decisions. I'll go over that again. Data analytics is a process of analyzing raw data to draw out meaningful and actionable insights, which are then used to inform and drive smart business decision. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this. When we look at this, what do we see? This is an organizational data. What do we see when we look at this? This is raw data, right? From this, can anyone make sense of this? Yes, you can see cost price, selling price, commission, the date, business type. But then if I ask you any critical questions, okay, who are the top customers of this business?
Please,
Okaraji, can you please mute your mic?
but your screen is not visible, please.
You can see my screen, please. If you
can't
see my screen, please let me know.
I think it's from his end.
Your screen.
Zoom
Clear.
it.
It's from your end.
the screen. Zoom the screen. You will get it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me pin it then. Sorry. Let me try to. I'm coming. I'm trying to pin it so that everyone. I can't even find it.
You can go on. We can see your screen.
All right.
Yes, it's from
Okay.
his end.
We can see your screen. Just go on.
All right. So we're talking about this data. Kehinde, you said something. Kehinde, you said something.
No, I said the person that is not seeing it should try to zoom the Excel sheet.
Yeah, but we are seeing the Excel sheet.
Yes.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much. Right. So this is raw data, right? If I tell you, okay, who are the top 5 customers of this business? Can you identify looking at it like this? No, you can't. Right? Because these are just raw data coming in that really don't make sense at this level. But then if I show you this, what happens? What happens? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
It's clear now. We can get the raw. You can get the summary of it.
You can get informed information from what I'm showing you right now, right?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
see the total customers, you can see the top 5 customers, you can see order value by month, you can see the net profit, you can see gross margin just at a glance. This makes sense, right? than me just showing you some Excel data with a whole lot of information in it. So data analytics is a process of analyzing raw data to draw out meaningful and actionable insights, which are then used to inform and drive smart business decision. You agree with me that the one I showed you first, you can use it to inform or drive smart business decision, right? But the second image I showed you, where it is well categorized, that one is easier for anybody to look at the information there and get insight from it. So what is the key value of data analytics? Data analytics helps you to make sense of the past and predict future trends and behavior, rather than basing your decision and strategies on guesswork. You are making informed choices based on what the data is telling you. You agree with me, like 10, 15 years ago, if you go to the boardroom and a manager wants to make a decision, they just say, okay, I feel we should go to Canada and go and launch our product there. I think that is all that you hear. I think, nobody is coming to say, no, the next is saying our customers are from United States, not from Canada. So we should do more marketing in United States than Canada. But I feel like, because Canada is not giving us more customer, maybe if we go there and do some big marketing advertisement, maybe that will pull in more customer. They are doing this based on guesswork. I guess, right? But when it comes to data analytics, you are able to make sense of what happened in the last 12 months. Let's look at the sales in USA, in Canada, in Africa. In the last 12 months, right? Which region is giving us more sale? Which region is giving us more customer? And you agree with me that it's possible that maybe United States is generating about $100 million per month, right? While they only have 5 customers in United States giving us that $100 million. But in Africa, you might be having $500,000, right, in sales, but you have about 500 customers. So you want to know, right? So which place is giving me more in terms of revenue, and which place has more customer? So data analytics helps you make sense of the past and predict future trends and behavior. Rather than basing your decision and strategy on guesswork, you are making informed choices based on what the data is telling you. Now, let's move on to the types of data analytics. We have 4 types of data analytics: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive, right? In order for us to drive this home and make this make sense, let's use a chocolate drink, for example. In Africa, in Nigeria, there is this drink called Milo, right? So if you're not in Nigeria, you're from other parts of this, you can think of any chocolate drink in your country. It could be Bonvita, it could be Cadbury, just name it, whatever chocolate drink that comes to your mind, right? So let's assume that Milo is an organization, right? It's a global organization known all over the world. Now, let's look at the type of data analytics based on this brand. If you are looking at descriptive analysis, we are saying what happened. So in the last 1 month, why are sales dropped? What happened? Why is it that in April we made about 500 million, while in May we are making about 200 million? What happened? That is descriptive. You are trying to describe to someone, okay, so in April, right, we had more rainfall in April, and so people drank a lot of chocolate drink. But in May, the weather was really, really hot, right? So people took other carbonated drink and didn't take chocolate drink. What happened, right? So the diagnostic will tell you, so why did it happen? So we now know, okay, so this is what happened. Our sales has dropped. That is what happened. Why did it happen? In April, we had more rainfall, so the weather was really cold. People drank a lot of chocolate drink, while in May, right, weather was really hot. We are moving to summer. The weather was really hot, so people drank less right? So when it comes to predictive analysis, you are looking at what is likely to happen in the future. Now we know what happened. We know why it happened, right? So let's look into our future. What is likely to happen in the next 6 months, right? Give me something, a forecast of what is likely to happen in the future, in the next 6 months, 3 months down the line, 1 year down the line. What is likely to happen? That is what predictive will tell you. So predictive can tell you that, okay, right now we are getting to summer, so our sales can drop during the summer period, but by the time we move to the Harmattan season, I think in August, September, there's always more rainfall at that time too, right? Maybe, then our sales volume will rise. But when we get to the Harmattan season, where the weather is really, really cold and everywhere is cold, our sales is actually going to peak at that period, at that time, right? Because everywhere is cold, people are looking for something hot and warm to warm themselves up. So you are telling me what is likely to happen in the future, so I can prepare, so that we can tell production team, okay, for now, the quantity we are producing in terms of our chocolate drink, which is Milo, you can reduce it, right? And let's put all our energy towards, the prediction that is coming to say, oh, from November to January, right, our sales is likely to peak. So at that time, we will need to produce 5 times what we are currently producing in order to meet demand, right? And then we now have prescriptive. Right, this one is telling you, okay, what is the best cost of action? Now I know what has happened. My sales has dropped. I know why it happened, because of the fluctuation in the weather, right? I know what is likely to happen in the future, right? It means that from November to January, my sales is going to peak. Now, what is the best course of action? Do I, as a business, do we just fold our hands and then wait till November before we make sales? Or what other thing can we do right now? What other products can we produce right now that appeals to, the climate that we are currently experiencing, right? So prescriptive, you're asking, so what's the best course of action? So you can tell them, okay, aside people taking hot chocolate drink, can we introduce a cold chocolate drink, like an iced, chocolate drink? So what is the best course of action? What can we do, right? So this explains the 4 types of data analytics that we have. Now let's look at the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist, because a whole lot of people, you hear them say, I want to learn data science, I want to start from data science, I don't want to learn data analytics. You hear a whole lot because of there's a lot of promotion and marketing around the world. Data scientists, data science, machine learning, robotics, and people really don't understand that in order for you to even train it, what are you going to train a model with as a machine learning engineer? Is data, right? So the starting point for everyone is actually still data analytics. That is a starting point. So irrespective of whatever you are trying to do in a data in a data field, everything still boils down to what? Data. As a data scientist, whatever it is you're trying to do, you will need data. So if you don't know how to do basic things like cleaning, transformation, and some things, you will still have to come back to it, because whatever you'll be doing as a data scientist would be errors upon errors. So let's go into the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist. And I hope that from now on, you won't just go around the buzzword of, I want to be a data scientist, without following through the process. So we have here the difference, right? A data analyst provides insight into business performance. That means this is an organization, like we said, our Milo organization. What did we do in April? In January was our performance. In February was our performance. In March, how did we do as a business? In April was our performance. In May, likewise. In June was our performance, right? And right now we are all going to the end of the first half of the year. So a lot of organizations are going to be very big on KPI performance. In the first quarter of the year, what do we do? In the second quarter of the year, what do we do? In the first half of the year, what is total metrics all about? While a data scientist, you see, they develop model and algorithm to predict the future performance of the business, right? Now, let's look at the second point. Develop analytical system to act as a source of single truth to facilitate ad hoc analysis. So what this is trying to say is, as a data analyst, we are pulling all our information from a source, which is called a data warehouse. So whatever information I in sales am using, you in procurement, you in finance, everything is pulling from a single source of data, from a single warehouse. Because if it's not pulling from a single source of data, what happens is sales will be telling you that, oh, the sales for the first half of the year is 200 million. Why finance will come and tell you that, oh no, the sales for the half of the year is 180 million. Then procurement will tell you that, no, based on what we procured, though, the sales should be going around 150 million. So it gets confusing. Who do you trust? Which of data do you follow when you have this kind of confusion? That's why it's very important for data analysts to all pull from a single source of truth. That's what we call it, from a single place. So whether you are in sales, you are in finance, you are in accounting, you are in procurement, you are in admin, all your data should be coming from a single place, so that your information can be in unity, right? And there's no disparity between the information that this person is presenting and information that other person is presenting. Now, let's look at data scientists now. They generate what? Hypotheses and identify corresponding data needed to solve a problem. So theirs is entirely different, right? The first one says, explain the outcome by identifying trends, creating visualization, monitoring KPI. Like what I showed you previously, right? You can easily see the KPI of that organization. Why for a data scientist? They develop machine learning models. They create software products to offer recommendations. And based on what I'm showing you, the things that is mutual for both data analysts and data scientists that they tend to do is data gathering. Both job role required to gather data, to clean data, to analyze data. So that means that before you can become a data scientist, you have to be a good data analyst. Because sometimes whatever data analyst gives you is what you now sit down and start developing hypotheses on, and start building machine learning models on, right? So now let's go back to these types of data analytics now. If you look at this now, so can you tell me which role is for a data analyst and which one is a data scientist likely to do? From what we've explained earlier, based on types of data analysis in the Milo organization and the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist, can somebody identify, when I say descriptive analysis, who is likely to do descriptive analysis? Can someone let me know in the chat box? Or you can just unmute the mic and let's hear.
I think the descriptive analysis is the work of a data analyst, because you are going to be describing and analyzing the data.
Great. And see, yes, you are correct. Data, we are telling us what has happened, right? You don't have to develop any model or do any hypothesis, tell us what has happened, right? You can easily use your visualization to Excel, Power BI, because you are working on past data. Now, let's look at diagnostic analysis. Why did this thing happen? Who is likely to do this job role? Who is likely to do a diagnostic analytics?
A data analyst.
Great. Data analyst too. So let's go to predictive analytics. Who is likely to do predictive analysis?
Data
I think
scientist.
that's the data scientist.
Great, because it tells you what will happen in the future, right? As data analysts, because we are limited in terms of tools and technology that we work with, the tools we work with cannot predict the future, right? We need something higher than Power BI, Excel to be able to do some predictive models. So that's the core job of a data scientist. Now let's look at prescriptive analytics. Who is likely to do this?
Data
A
science.
data analyst.
Yeah. So yes, I think it's actually both of them, right?
A data
So based
scientist.
on data scientists and data analysts can do prescriptive, right?
Okay.
Because as
Okay.
a data, so what I would say is, based on the findings of the data analyst, right? They can tell from our findings, oh, we found out that this is what is happening, so I can suggest, right? A data analyst
Yeah.
can suggest to say we can do A, B, C, and D based on what this data is showing us. But a data scientist is digging deeper, right? So they are giving at least, let's say, a 80% more accurate prescription based on what we really need to do next. For example, let's look at weather forecast. If you all use a smartphone, Android, iOS, you see when you go to your weather app, you see, oh, tomorrow is likely to rain. Tomorrow there's likely to be sunshine, right? But even if it doesn't even rain tomorrow, right? At least it has helped you prepare your mind that there is a likelihood of rain. And if you follow the weather forecast properly, it might tell you maybe in the morning that, oh, it's likely to rain today. But by the time you get to 12 noon, it will change and tell you that, okay, do you understand? There won't be rain. Like the weather is now going to be clear, right? But then it's giving you, sorry, Mr. Thomason, can you please mute your mic? Yeah, thank you. But it's telling you, but it's helping you understand what action you need to take per time. Right, so thank you very much for that. So I have some other this talk about the difference between a data science and a data analytics. So we have data scientists, they explore data, they cleanse, the analyst cleans data. So I was doing some research earlier to look at what does it to explore. So let's use some Google. What does explore mean? Because sometimes when we come across some word, we need to understand what the word mean, right? So what do explore means? I have here to think about, talk about, study something, to experience it in order to find out more about it. Let's see another word for explore. I have here inquire into or discuss a subject in detail. Right? So a lot of inquision happening in the role of a data scientist than that of a data analyst, right? A data analyst, if you give me data, the first thing on my mind is how dirty, how messy is this data? How do I need to sort this thing out in a way that it makes my analysis better, right? And then maybe to some extent, I can find some things and then decide to go a little bit deeper, but I'm not going into details. I am not inquiring deeply. Right? When you look at data scientists, they focus on the future, while data analysts look at what is happening now. A data scientist utilizes machine learning and algorithm, while data analysts, they use coding language like SQL, R, Python, Power BI, Excel. Data science looks for connection in information, while data analysts look for hypothesis validating information. Right? So what this one is saying is that as a data analyst, you are telling me that sales has dropped. I am only going to look into my data to find out that is it true that sales has dropped. The hypothesis is sales has dropped, right? So I'm going there to check this information that you gave me. How true is it or how false it is? I'm going to now look into my data to either validate what you are saying or come and say, no, whatever it is you are saying is wrong. But data scientists, you are looking for how this data connects with an entirely new data and how that connects with the industry. And now that is plain, like there's a whole lot of connection happening as a data scientist. So data scientists lean on predictive modeling and analytics, while data analysts use broad statistical pattern and analysis. Now, let's move on to the next one on our slide. How to get started in the old data analytics part. So we know that in order for us to even become a data science or a data scientist, right, you need to start from data analytics. So for now, data science or data scientist is not even in the picture, right? So when somebody is telling you, come and learn data, because I see a lot of tech organizations do this because they actually from the ignorance of the people that they are communicating to. And I hope that from today, we will not fall victim of that. They will come and tell you, come and learn data science. And when you look at our curriculum, you'll be seeing Excel, you'll be seeing Power BI, you'll be seeing SQL. Please, that is not data science in any way. That whatever they are doing there is not data science. If you're not seeing Python for machine learning, you're not seeing MATLAB, please run. What they are doing is not data science. Because I see a lot of people, they will go there and they'll be seeing how to use ChatGPT to do model, or you don't see some very funny curriculum and you wonder what is this. So I hope that from now we know the difference. And when someone is trying to pitch you to come and learn data science, you tell them, hold on first, let them become very good in data analytics. Then data science will make a whole lot of sense to me. Right? For me, it was easier migrating from data analytics software engineering because I've been in data analytics for a while. I've done a lot of projects as data analyst. I've worked in different organizations as data analyst. I've seen the highs and lows of data analytics. So my vision was I wanted to see things from the tech point of view. So my view was based on everything about data, but then I want to see the entire thing. That was why I went into software engineering, because data comes from somewhere. Where is it coming from? That was what I was trying to find out, right? So for every organization, you see, they have an application or they have something that is collecting customer data. That is where data comes from before going to the warehouse, where the data analyst can now pull data from to now start analyzing. So for me, it was seeing what technology as a whole is, right? So don't just jump from, you've not even learned data analytics, you're just moving to machine learning, and you just go there and you confuse yourself the more. You won't understand whatever is happening there, and you have to still come back to ground zero, right? So the building a foundation for yourself is very, very important. So now, how do we get started in this data analytics part? I've divided it into two, technical and soft skill, right? Looking at technical skills, what tool should I learn first? Because I hear this a lot, Python, statistics, whatever. What, please, the learning for data analysis, the foundation is Microsoft Excel. It is not difficult. It is not complicated. Whoever is telling you to learn statistics, I don't know where they got theirs from, right? But then if you learn statistics in the university, it might be a plus for you because you are being mathematically inclined in a way. But data analytics is not that deep. Not that deep. What I tell people is all you need to know in maths to be a data analyst is just BODMAS. If you know BODMAS, you know bracket, you know off, right? What is it again? You know division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, you are good to go. That is all that you need. That is all the mathematics that you need to really be a data analyst. So the tool to start from is Excel. Please, it is Microsoft Excel. From Excel, you can now go to Power BI, Tableau, SQL, then Python. Second question I have is, where should I learn from? I would suggest that you learn from a credible organization, and I'll give you a number of them. Number one, our organization is one of them, Data Analytics Elite. We are a registered body, and then we are credible, right? We have our track record of people that we've trained and they are doing very well in the data analysis industry. And all of our team members are data analysts working for different organizations as a data analyst. So this is not someone that learned from YouTube and decided to just start up an organization and just bringing people around. No, we are all data analysts. Currently, I am working as a senior data analyst in Alezo. Right, and all of my team members are also actively working as a data analyst. So that are not credible. So you need to be very, very careful of where you are learning from. So we have this YouTube, Udemy, Coursera versus joining a community. I know some people tell you that, oh, I can learn on YouTube. Why am I paying for this course? I can go on Udemy. It is free. Coursera will give me scholarship. and all of those things. Beautiful. I don't have a problem with YouTube videos. I don't have a problem with Udemy, Coursera, but the problem I have is the magic that happens in YouTube. I don't know if anyone has experienced this before. You'll be following a YouTube video, they tell you, oh, when you now do this and do this, you get this. You try it and the whole day you will not get it. Most of those videos are cut and joined, but they will not tell you that, oh, sorry, oh, when we tried it did not work. So we now went behind the scene to do the right thing. But then because they didn't want to come back and tell you that, oh, the first strategy they gave you was wrong, then they will just cut it and then add the result to it and then move on. Then you start confusing yourself. Then you start wondering, how come I didn't get this right? But I followed their steps, step by step. How come I didn't get this right? Right? We are humans, right? And human as our species, we thrive more in community. When we see other people holding our hands, it's easier for us to climb, or we get all the cheering and all the motivation to keep going. But when you are learning alone, it takes a whole lot of internal motivation to keep yourself going. And if you are not careful, that YouTube course, that Udemy course, you start, and then after like 2-3 videos, you drop it, and that's the end of it. And then you come back and say, data analysis is very hard. I could not even go through it. Please, Mr. Adewale, right? So you have to be very careful. And also, what mindset should I have while learning? Right? You need to understand that, see, tech in its own, right? It's a learning that never ends, right? Because this industry is still thriving, it's still growing, it's still at that growing stage. There's a lot of things that we are discovering day after day. So sometimes Microsoft can tell you that, oh, this thing works in Excel. Tomorrow they'll come and tell you that, oh, sorry, oh, there's not an update, oh, so now we've refined it in this particular way. You have to go back and learn the new ways. Right? You can't just stick to your old way of saying, no, this is how I know my Excel, and that's how I want to know it. You have to keep growing. So you have to have a learning mindset that if I'm coming into this thing, I have to keep learning. Right? I have to keep learning. And that's why in DAE Elite, we have something we call 30 minutes daily learning. That means in our community, for those that are taking our courses, they know you have to learn for 30 minutes every day and give us a feedback, a summary of what you learned, for us to really validate that indeed you did your 30 minutes daily learning tasks. And the reason why we are doing it is to ensure that the knowledge gaining stick with you and doesn't leave. Because we know some of you are married, you have work, there's pressure here and there, there's a whole lot of things happening at the same time, right? So you need to put in extra effort to ensure that whatever knowledge you are gaining stay with you. So that's why we have our 30 minutes daily learning. You have to have a mindset of continuous learning and continuous development. It does not stop. But then pacing yourself rightly will not make it feel so overwhelming. If I tell you, oh, today, Adewale, you are learning for the whole year non-stop, just by saying that is overwhelming. But if I tell you, oh, Adewale, can you just try this week? Just try to learn for like 10 minutes every day this week. It looks easy. Then we do it again next week. Then we do it again the third week. Before you know it, you've done it the whole year and you've not even realized that you've done anything. Make it easy. Pace yourself, right? So how do I practice what I have learned? Right? So we have a program called Build Data Project, whereby we bring people together to work on data projects to keep practicing their skill. And if you're a data analyst on this call, whether beginner or skilled, you need to be a part of this Build Data Project, because every month we do our onboarding session every first Saturday of the month. And after that, we do not accept new members until the next month, right? So that people can have enough time to build projects, work as a team, see how other people are seeing data, share your own knowledge, share what you know, no matter how little it is, practice it, learn from others. And that way you keep growing and you keep becoming skilled in data analytics. Now that's for the technical part. Let's move to the soft skill. What will stand me out from others aside my technical skills? Because you see, everybody here can learn Excel. Everybody here can learn Power BI. Everybody here can learn SQL, Python, name it. You can learn anything you want to learn. But what is that thing that stands you out from others? When, for Francisca stands and I stand? What is that thing that differentiates us? Even though we are two skilled data analysts, right? Why will you prefer Francisca to me? Why will you prefer me to Francisca? So you need to find out your strength. What stands you out? What is that thing that stands you out? For me as an individual, what I've noticed is my interpersonal relationship. I just know how to work with people. It's just a natural gift. It just comes naturally. I don't struggle speaking with people, working with people, collaborating with people. It comes easy to me, right? So when you see me, because of the way I relate with people, you be like, this girl, I really want her in my team because of her vibe, because of how she does things. That is what stands me out from others when it comes to making critical decisions. Now, how do I leverage my personality strengths and manage my weakness? Like I said, I'm going to talk about myself here. So one of my strengths is being able to relate with people, the personal skills, right? Which I have learned to leverage upon in every organization I step in. I try to meet with people, give them my presence, give them my gift of friendship. That's communing with people, getting to know people genuinely, asking them questions, that make them feel like, yes, I'm with you, I'm listening, I'm paying attention to you, right? I leverage on my personality strengths. However, I have my weaknesses, which is I can be very, very playful. Because I like people, I mingle with people, I'm always around people, I always tend to play a lot, right? So me managing my weakness is me now categorizing in my mind, say, okay, when I'm at work, this is the boundaries I create. I cannot, if I want to play, it doesn't have to go beyond this. But when I'm home with my friends and my guys, I can go any length. I can play any kind of rough play with them because those ones are my people, right? They will accept me for who I am. There's some rough play that if I play that kind of rough play at work, it's going to affect my professional personality, who they see me, right? So I have to put a boundary on my weakness. So your own strength, your own weakness. Some people, your weakness is you don't talk to people. You just working, you are just a loner, right? You just work out. Nobody even know that you even exist in the organization. You look at are you working here? So that's a weakness. Because when they're actually looking for people to promote and this, they won't even remember you even be in their mind, no matter how hardworking you are. But because you are more or less invisible in the organization, so you need to know what are your strengths, your personality strengths, what are your weaknesses, how will you manage your weakness, right? And then always be yourself and be authentic. Be yourself at all times. Be yourself. Be authentic. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to say, I see the way this girl is. People like her, so let me now try to adjust myself. Nah, all of that is very stressful. Be yourself and be authentic. So moving on to the next one. How do I apply data analytics in real life scenario? Right, this is a very critical question because after you've done all the can you please mute your mic? Can you please mute your mic? Oluwabukola, can you please mute your mic? Mic check, Oluwabukola. Can you please mute your mic? I don't want to take you out of the session. Can you please mute your mic? Oluwabukola, can you mute your mic? I'm taking you out in 5 seconds if you don't mute your mic. All right. So how do I apply data analytics in real life scenario, right? So look around you. Look around you. There is a need to apply your skill and knowledge in data analytics. It's always around you. And one thing I will talk with is helping yourself, your friends, and family. For example, you have that friend that's always coming to tell you that I'm always broke every time. I'm always broke. Borrow me money. Tell the person, go and download your bank statement for the last 2 years. Sit down and analyze it. Help the person understand how they are spending their money, what they are spending their money on, what they need to improve upon. Right? That's how you can help your friend, even yourself. There's some things I do that has become natural to me right now that didn't used to be natural, but because I got in data analytics, it just now everything I'm doing, I'm always unconsciously analyzing. right? If I go to the market, if I'm going to the market right now, I write a list of what I want to buy and the proposed amount I intend to buy them. So if I go to market and maybe I have to buy one at a higher price, I'll note it down. I bought one at a lesser price than what I'll at the end of the day, I'll come and look at, okay, what makes sense, what makes sense, what makes sense. Okay. You know, that is analysis. So I'm not just going to the market and be like, anything goes, whatever I buy, I buy. Whatever I don't buy, I don't buy. No, that's not the mindset. I'm a data analyst. So I am trying to ensure that, yes, things are getting expensive by the day. How much did I buy yam in January? I bought yam 5 for 3,000. When I went in March, how much did I buy yam? I bought yam. I bought 3 for 4,800. Do you understand? So it's telling me that now if I want to go to the market again, I'm like, with the way things are going, so let me prepare roughly 6,000 to 7,000 if I want to buy maybe 5 yam. Right? So help yourself, your friends, your family. Some of your parents have small business like mine, right? Help them. Are they collecting information about their customers? You know, if that's what you just sit in their shop for a day, any customer that come, oh, please give us your name. Create a Google form. Give us your name, your phone number. You know, just do that for them for a day. And then go back and help them analyze. Do something with it. You said they will say that, hey, so I don't know that this. So yeah, come back now. Let's see how we can leverage on what you've done. So look around you. Help your friends, family, yourself. Look at your bank statement. How am I spending my money? I think that's like the easiest thing for us because the banks are automatically collecting the data for us. So just download, and this is accessible to you. They even send it to you every month. Download it and see for yourself. Right? Another way to apply your data analytics knowledge is by volunteering. Right? When there is a volunteering role for data analytics, volunteer. And the third way is to get a job as a data analyst. Now, let's look at the career path in data analytics. So you can be anything in data analytics. You can be a business analyst, data analyst, operation analyst, data manager, data engineer, data support analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineer, chief data officer. Like, in fact, let's even go on LinkedIn. I think I have my LinkedIn open here. And let's go under jobs. And let's come here and just type data analyst. You'll see all of this, right? This one is even telling me data analyst, accounting wizard. It says my profile match this job. You look at it, you know, you will just apply. See all of the jobs. In even that 7up is currently, those of you that are looking for hybrid, 7up is currently looking for a data analyst. This is Kuda looking for a data analyst. You scroll down. Some of these organizations are known, some are not known. This is an HR data analyst still at 7up they are looking for data analysts. These are organizations, I really don't know them, but then you can do your research. This is Sahara Group, and this is an oil and gas group, Sahara Group, right? They're into oil and gas and the lights. They're also looking for a risk data analyst. So if you have knowledge of risk management, and then, you know, you also have the data analyst skill, bring them together, you can apply for this job role, right? So you can scroll down and then you see a whole lot of data analysts. We have this commercial data analyst. You wonder what the difference, right? For you can't see, please, you have to maybe leave the call and join again, right? Even Dangote Industry is looking for data analysts. Ascent Tech is looking for data analysts. These are top organizations in Nigeria here, looking for data analysts, right? You can go next. You see a lot of job role. So this skill is valuable in the market. It's not a skill that you will learn now and then it's going to take you 1 year, 6 months to get a job. If you really know what you're doing, in 2, 3, 4 months, you can actually secure a job as a data analyst if you are really intentional about what you're doing. And the beautiful thing is, you don't even have to learn Excel, Power BI, SQL, Tableau, Python. You can just know Excel only and get a job in data analytics. It's very, very important. I have a friend that works in HR for an organization, and several times she told me, oh, I need someday? Do you have any data analysts that you've trained, that can come in for an interview in Lagos? And I've sent several of these opportunities to our group, to just let people know. And there was one that I did. We actually trained the girl in Excel, and the girl, they reached out to me. They need a data analyst for Infinix mobile phone, right? So Infinix needed a data analyst, and she reached out to me, and I sent this girl there to say, okay, you go and do the interview. Let me know what you've done. And they gave you, for this our job, it's very easy. They'll first test you before they ask you, please, when is it going to end? It's going to end by 9:30 thereabouts, right? So they'll ask you, before they even ask you what's your name, what are your qualifications, they'll first give you a data to go and analyze. There is when you now pass their data analysis test that they will now have an interview with you to even get to know you at all, right? So if you are going for an interview and then you're not prepared yourself for hands-on, they gave her hands-on. She didn't even understand the question they told her to do. She didn't understand. Me, I would have asked, please, what you asking me to do? I don't really understand. Can you give me more information, into what is really expected of me? She was just there doing whatever she wants to do. At the end of the day, they saw that she wasn't really going to, and they had to bounce her out. And that's the way it is for a lot of us, right? So prepare yourself. If it's just Excel that know that Excel with your full chest, that if they wake you up and they ask you anything in Excel, you will always deliver. If that is the only thing that trust me, you will find a job. You'll find a good paying job as a data analyst if you are really serious about getting skilled and grounding your skill properly in one or two skills that in data analytics. So I have this skill one saying how to collaborate with others in data analytics, right? So like I said before, belonging to a community is very important. Don't learn in isolation. Learning in isolation is not the best because of the magic in some videos. Some videos are so magical. Even on Udemy, so magical. When I started my software engineering course and I was doing something on HTML and CSS, I just didn't get it was Udemy. I followed what this guy did word for word, replayed the video several times, and I still didn't get the same result he was getting. And that means that they have done cut and join. It's as simple as that. This is virtual. So join a paper, you'll be having live class. You'll be seeing it like this, not pre-recorded videos. Pre-recorded videos would not work. Be in class. Have a real facilitator showing you. Have a mentor. A guide is very important because we can't learn in isolation. You can't do it all by yourself. We are humans and we thrive more in community. And having a structured learning path is very, very important. Don't start with SQL, then go to Python, then come back to Excel, then go to R, then go. No. Know how you have it structured in your mind. I'm doing this. This is the path. I'm starting from Excel. I'm going to Power BI. I'm going to SQL. I'm going to Python. That is how I intend to go, and be realistic. Be realistic with yourself, right? Don't rush your learning pace. I am not a buy-in of Excel, SQL, Python in 3 months, 12 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't buy into it. And I tell people, and we don't do it in DALI because it is not effective. If I rush Excel inside you, Power BI inside you, at the end of the day, you won't even know any one of them. You won't even get skilled in any one of them. So if it's Excel we are learning, let's focus on the Excel. Let's get grounded in Excel. Let's do the Excel well. Let's know the Excel like the back of our palm. Then when we've done that, we can now move to Power BI, right? Let's know Power BI very well too before you move to SQL, because you don't want to tell somebody you know Excel very well and then you're actually making some very little blunders, like you don't know how to use VLOOKUP, or you're making mistakes with pivot table, or you are designing whatever village people ask you to design in your dashboard. You need to know what is acceptable in the industry. So don't rush your learning pace. Go at your own pace, one after the other, right? Take it one at a time. You don't have to rush. Grasp each concept properly before moving to the next. And you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. You are not in competition with anyone.
Go at your pace. See, this Excel is very complicated. Some people, even to understand if, let alone count if, let alone sum if. Some people are really smart. They can understand it in one class. Some people, you need to see about 3, 4 to 5 times before they really understand what if is, how to use count if, how to use sum if. We now have count ifs, sum ifs. These things are crazy. So don't compare yourself with others. Go gradually at your own pace. Don't rush. You are not competing with anybody. Nobody will take your job. The job that is meant for you will come to you. When you are ready, the job will show up. So don't try to rush what is not meant to be rushed. And motivate yourself regularly. Appreciate your progress. No matter how little the progress is, appreciate yourself. You've done too well. To even learn what one thing I cry when when they are teaching people in Excel is absolute referencing and relative referencing. Like, I don't like to teach it because so if you can learn absolute referencing and relative referencing, please buy yourself a box of pizza and cold juice and drink, because you have tried. Let alone understanding if this is this and this is this, and you are combining if statement together, about 3, 4, 5 if statements together. Please take yourself out. Motivate yourself. You've done amazingly well. All right. So appreciate your progress. Don't look at how fast or how slow others are going, but look at yourself. Right. The goal is how to improve yourself. Right. And also, like I said earlier, join our Build Data project after taking your course. It's very, very important. And for those that will be taking our Excel course, we are adding that you have to build at least 2 projects in Build Data project before you collect your certificate. So right now, it's not enough that when the class ends, we give you certificate. No, we have to see that you build 2 projects in Build Data project, because we are helping you get skilled. We are helping you stay grounded. We really want you to be grounded. If it's only Excel that you will know, please know it and know it well. Know it to the point that you yourself can teach somebody what you know. Right? Because see, the market for tech data analysis is very wide. We need to start teaching ourselves. Right? The skill gap is so wide. Look at your family members, your friends, bring them and say, hey, we are sit around. Like I did a Google Meet today, I'm teaching you if statements. I'm teaching you how to do. You need to know it well. If you don't know it well, how can you teach others? And also talk to people when having issue with any data analytics concept. Speak up. Don't some people will have been messaging me in private. I don't know. Please, we have a group. You have a mentor. Speak up. Go and speak up there. Let people help you. If you are trying to do secret this thing, sometimes it will not work, because you're trying to reach out to me in secret. I might be busy at that time. If you're trying to reach Francisca in secret, she might be busy at that time. But we put it in a group. And then we have about 900 people in our group. It can't be that bad that you won't get one person to attend to your request. So please speak up when having issues with any data analytics concept, and also be open to learn. Be open to learn and be willing to teach others the little you know, because some people are just taking in. They are not giving out. Because if you are my friend and every time I'm the one pouring into you, one day myself, I will get tired and be like, you are always taking from me. Give me the little you know too. So be open to learn from people, and also be willing to teach others the little you know. You'll be surprised that that person you're looking at as a guru in data analytics doesn't know that little thing that you know. And you just sharing that thing with that person will really help that person's career go a very long way. So don't try to hoard what you know and feel that, oh, this thing is small, right? Be open to learn and be willing to teach others the little you know. And I would say have a goal and associate more with people who fit into your goal. Have a goal. Some of you might want to be maybe a fintech data analyst. Some might want to be a sales data analyst. Some people procurement data analyst. Whatever type of data analyst you want to be, or some of you still want to go higher to become data scientist, data engineering. Whatever your goal is, look for people that have the same goal as you. For someone like me now, I don't have a goal to be into fintech. I don't want to be data analyst in any fintech company. In fact, in banks, I don't even like it. I don't even like bank job. So when it comes to being a data analyst in the bank, fintech is not my thing. So if your goal is to be a fintech data analyst and you are we don't have the same goal. I'm more of an e-commerce, a salesperson, right? So you have to look for someone that has that same vision to be a fintech data analyst. Then you guys can, start associate more with each other. You would grow faster that way. That I share with somebody that is not, going. I'm actually not saying that you shouldn't share with other people, but I'm saying that have more people who fit into your goal, just so that they will help you get to where you are going to faster. So having said all of this, right? So you two in your pen and your right hand to the list, how do you intend to collaborate with others in this data analytics field? What it is that you intend to do aside all that I've listed, write it down, right? This is your own time to add to the list. So I'll be moving on to the next slide. So our next Excel cohort starts on Sunday, 23rd of June, right? And the course goes for 50,000 naira. It's a 4-week course, intensive training. You have like a mentor will be assigned to you, somebody to guide you through your learning process. You build 2 interactive projects at the end of the training. You have your certification after building 2 projects with build data project, and you have your daily learning exercise, meaning every day you have to learn something in Excel. We will give you what you will learn, right? Yours is just to learn it and give us a summary of what you have learned, right? So in order for us to, help ourselves, because some people will be like, I know Excel, I've heard it, I've worked with Excel before, I used to do VBA, I used to do macro, I used to do this and do that and do that. Okay, let's test our knowledge of Microsoft Excel so that this will help us know if we really need this class or we do not need this class. Because some of you have been listening to me since, and you really, really need this class. But then you just need to validate that indeed you really need this Excel class. But you know Excel, but then you don't know how to use Excel for data analytics. Those are 2 different things, right? So you need to be sure that indeed I need to join this class because I need this for data analytics. We've created some tests to test our knowledge of what we know in Microsoft Excel, right? That would now help us to say, okay, so you need this class or you do not need this class based on the questions that you come across, what you experience, how you're able to answer the question will help you understand better if you need this class or not, right? And also the tuition fees, 50,000 naira, is starting on Sunday, but then we give people the privilege of paying twice. So if you do not have all the details about the payments, you don't have all the details right now, you don't have all the 50,000 naira right now, you can pay 25,000 naira. Even if all you have right now is initial deposit of 20,000 naira, just show commitment. Why not? We will take it from you, and then enroll you in the class, and hopefully before the class ends, before 7th of July or 14th of July, you will have made the balance of your tuition payment. So Francisca, are you on the call? So basically that's all from me. So I'll hand over to Francisca now for her to, drop the link for the quiz so that we can start our quiz. We hope to end this session latest by 9:30. So Francisca, if you are there, sorry, they've taken my light. Francisca, if you are there, please, you can.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, if you really enjoyed her section, I would love you to react with your best emoji. Like your best emoji, just react with it if you really enjoyed the section. Thank you, Ima. Thank you, Ambibola. Just Ima and Ambibola. Abu, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Uchechi, thank you. Olisa, thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I can see a lot of hands raised. I guess you have questions, right? Okay, Oladoyi. If you have a question, please, you are free to ask. So as he's asking his question, I'm going to put the link for the quiz on the chat box. Oladoyin, if you're there.
Don't worry, we can continue.
Okay, if you have a question, please feel free. Feel free to ask. More details on the Excel Academy payment. So quickly, the link is on the chat box. So you can join. The link is on the chat box. So very fast. Okay, so 2 participants, Uchechi and Sylvester. Okay, so we have 3 participants. We have 4 participants now. Okay, 5. 5, 6, 7. So quickly, please, can you join? And if you have a question, please, you can ask your question now. Okay. 9 participants. You can all see my screen, right? Okay. Wakilu, do you have a question? So we have 12 participants now.
I check, Francisca. Can we just have the quiz? Anyone that have a question to just join the group and they can ask. So because of time.
Okay, no problem. 13, 14.
Since we are about 49 on this call.
Please hurry, hurry, hurry.
So once it's 9:16, please let's start. So we have 2 more join if we are joining. Once it's 9:16, let's start the quiz.
Okay. Once it's 9:16, we will start. Don't be scared. Just join. Just join. So you can just check your knowledge. Just feel free to join. No one is going to sanction you. No one is going to laugh at you. We're all here for the same purpose. We're all here to learn. So just join, clear your doubts. And the questions are very basic. Like they are as simple as ABC 1 to 3. They are very, very basic questions being set. "19. We have one more. Once it's 9:16, we begin. So as I said, don't be scared. Just join. It's just to check your knowledge. You are 49 or up to 50 here. Please, I really love everyone to participate. If you're going to join now. The quiz is very simple. Like it is very simple. Just join. It's just to check your basic knowledge. Join using, check the chat box. Check the chat box. So I'm about to start this quiz. So I have started the quiz. So please hurry. I will end the quiz once it is 9:30. I will have to end the quiz. So please let's hurry up.
All right, guys, we have 4 more minutes for those that are trying to finish up. Please let's finish up. We have 4 more minutes, and after that, we'll be ending the quiz. So if you don't finish up in 4 minutes, wherever you stop is where you stop because of time. So we have 3 more minutes now. And for those that are done, if you are not in our masterclass group, please ensure you join the group. For those that want to make payments, the payment link will be sent there, our bank details, and every other information you need to know about the course will also be sent to the group. Like I said, if you don't have the 50,000 naira in full right now, you can pay half, and then before the class ends, before the course ends, that's in 4 weeks' time, you would have made the balance payment. So we are hoping to see you all in class. So let's finish up our quiz. We have 2 more minutes
All right, if you say your network is poor, we have 2 more minutes. So sorry about the poor network, but we have 2 more minutes. Abimbola, you said you didn't get your score. Abimbola, you're on 6. Abimbola Falano, yeah, I can see your score from here. You're on 6th position. Ha. Don't worry, when it ends, you get your score. You get your score. We can see your score from here. Just join the group. Don't worry, we'll share it. We'll share your score to the group. Just make sure you're in the group. We'll share your score there.
One
All right,
more
we are
minute. 1 more minute to go. Before the end of the class, please make sure you join our community. If you're not on the masterclass community, please join. Check the mail sent to you and join the community.
all right, Maite Francisca, please get ready to finish. Frank, please finish up quickly. Wow, Frank is now on 2nd. Amazing. Amazing
And
grace.
I will end the quiz in 5.
Please hold on for 1 more minute, please. Let's see who is left. Let's scroll down, please.
Okay.
Please scroll down. Let's see how many people are left. I see a lot of people have finished. Kazim, please finish up. Inkechi, Didi, Inkechi, Kazim, Abel. We can see you appearing several times.
Sylvester, Opeyemi, Aderunke, Oyedamilola,
David,
Uche.
Kwesi, please finish up.
I think I've finished. Aderonke has finished. I'll check now.
All right, okay. So, Francisca, let's get ready to stop this.
So we'll end the quiz in 5, 4, 3.
Before you go, thank you so much for this call. It was really impactful. Thank you.
4
Thank you too.
and 1.
Please, let's wow, congratulations to our top 3. Rafia, Frank, Femi. Femi held it strong to the end.
Yes, so Femi is good.
Well done.
Well done. Well
Oh,
done,
I
everyone.
don't think this. I don't think this stuff screenshots at the right time. I don't think so. That was a very fast one. So it's empty.
All right. So that's fine. That's fine. You can just send everybody their score, Francisca, zoom out and then zoom in and then, share everything in the group so that people can see their score and their accuracy level. Oh, Femi actually got all 20 questions. Nice. Abimbola got all 20 questions, correct? But I guess what worked against her was timing. The timing. So I started getting it correct. You have to get it correct fast. I can see some 19, 18, Wow, people did very well. Very, very well. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done. How can you be on 16? That's what we see. I'm not sure. God, I beg go. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Please, I'm dropping the link again to get information about the payment, how you can paste your payment and all. Please join our WhatsApp group now so that we can close this Google Meet and then we can take all conversation to the group. Thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed myself. Anytime I have to come and do this for DAE Light,